like a college cheer, doesn't it? Well, it isn't exactly. It's a cheer for a bread with a college education. That's the amazing new Messing Cornell bread, developed by scientists at Cornell University to meet the demands of food and nutrition authorities for a more nourishing, better-tasting white bread. Here's a white bread that gives you more nourishment because it's made 3 ways richer with unbleached flour, protein-packed soy flour, non-fat milk solids, and vitamin-rich wheat germ. Messing Cornell bread supplies much more of what children need to grow up straight and strong. More of what everybody needs for pep and vitality. And what a tempting flavor. Messing Cornell bread provides the greatest nutrition at the lowest cost. Only 20 cents a loaf.
Stop guessing. Buy Messing. It's the best bread.
Messing Cornell bread.
And now Lacy on the Loose continues over WINS New York, brought to you in this quarter hour by the Flying Irishman Ticket Agency. The original Flying Irishman is the man who put the tracks in the sky. So if you travel for business or fun, call the Flying Irishman, the people's choice for air travel. Call the one and only Flying Irishman direct now. The fare to Los Angeles is actually only $88. The phone number is Chickering 43800. That's Chickering 43800. Our guest this morning is Lou Levy, who has published so many great songs. Lou, I was wondering, when you first started out in music, how come that you picked all these real rhythm songs like Undecided and Tain't What You Do and things like that?
And Rum Boogie and Beat Me Daddy. I guess, I used to dance for a living, or I used to dance for my amusement. In fact, I see some of the musicians up there, especially that drummer in the back there, used to play for me at Roseland.
Steve Rogers. How do you like that?
Oh, he's changed his name, too.
He used to be known as Gene Krupa in those days.
No, I think he worked with a band called Gene Carter's at the time. I don't remember. This goes back a long time. Red Hately's band. Oh, that's a long time ago.
And Trudy, you probably
That's
remember
before Trudy was
with
born,
Burt
yes.
Clown's band and some of the other
Oh, no.
Harry Research.
She's still a young girl.
Thank you, Lou.
Well, now, wait a
I'm
minute. You
crazy about
danced
this now.
as a professional, or was it?
Well, actually, not so much as a professional, but in about 1932. That's a long time ago. I won the Harvest Moon Ball.
For goodness sakes. They still, who did you dance with at the time?
Oh, a little
remember?
girl. She's somewhere out in Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
happy, with about 3 or 4 children. And
Well, were you a jitterbug?
well, you'd call it that. I guess in those days, we used to have the nerve enough to go up and dance in some of the ballrooms around here, like the Savoy Ballroom in Harlem. And
Mm-hmm.
then one day we went down to the Roseland Ballroom, and we went into that thing, and we came third. And we said, gee, we won. As far as we were concerned, third was as good as winning. Oh, we kept right on going, and we won one day. And in fact, our first vaudeville day was the Palace Theater in New York.
Is that
with
what
Bob
closed
Hope.
it?
That must have closed it. You know, it could be because the big joke at the time was a start of 4 a day. In those days, they had done 2 a day, which they've just gone back to. And now in that period, remember, we did very, very well. And being a little bit hammy, we stopped the show, and Bob Hope brought us out for a speech. And he said, oh, kids, you're going to love it here. 2 a day and 2 at night. And the people screamed. There was a big joke because nobody ever heard of 4 a day. Today we do 6 and 7, don't we,
Yes.
Trudy?
Well, we used to. I'm doing this sort of thing, and I just
Well,
can't do
I tell
anything
you,
else.
when Tony Pastor's was open, it was different. So you can't talk. to
Well,
me
actually,
about
the
things
people,
like that.
your listeners, think Tony
So cruel.
Pastors is the band leader. You see, they forget.
He doesn't know. That's what he's referring to, actually.
Well, Lou, I can see then why you picked the kind of song you did. It was the thing that you were dancing to at the time.
Oh, I had a song in those days I published, which was my favorite, called I Love You Much Too Much.
Oh.
But nobody would buy it. Nobody ever listened to it. And it just, we probably started working on it a little while ago, but it still didn't happen. Someday I'm going to go back to working it again.
You mean the one
It's a
that's
good
ba
song.
ba 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 bee?
That's right, but
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
never sold. I
My
think.
mother's favorite, if that makes you feel any happier.
Well, let's go home and
about it.
visit your mother.
Oh,
How many
she'd love
copies
it.
did your mother buy? Well, look, we're going to talk more about the songs, but right now I'd like to have the Seersucker Serenaders play another one. Now, I
That's
don't
our
think
group.
this one goes too far back.
What are they going to play?
The old piano roll blues.
Oh, it sounded like a song that was written many, many years ago, but it was written by a young fellow and actually written about 3 years ago. But people said to me, where did you dig it up from and how old is the song? It's a brand new song, though it has it's a type of song that was written 20 and 30 years ago. So let's give it a listen.
Has
and
a
see
lot
what
of
it sounds like.
nostalgia in it. Fellas, put a new roll in the piano. Go ahead. friends, you know you can't buy goodwill. It's taken years and years and thousands of satisfied travelers to make the Flying Irishman the people's choice for air travel. The Flying Irishman is the man who put the tracks in the sky. Now you can fly to California for only $88 with a 10% reduction on all return trips. Enjoy all these advantages of modern air travel: speed, relaxation, and delicious food at no extra cost. And all exclusive super air coach flights always leave on time. The fare to Los Angeles or San Francisco is just $88. The Flying Irishman also provides service to Miami, Chicago, Kansas City, Mexico City, Seattle, and Honolulu at comparable low fares. The fare to California is just $88, and remember, the Flying Irishman's Special Servicemen's Bureau attends the various needs of servicemen and their families. And here's a special announcement to servicemen. Call the Flying Irishman now for direct flights to Camp Stoneman, California. Call the Flying Irishman at Chickering 43800. That's Chickering 43800. Chickering 43800.
Trudy,
Yeah.
now that Jack is through with this commercial, and I'm getting a little bit nervous now, why did he bring me up here?
Well, frankly, I shouldn't really tell you. This guy wrote a song. You know?
Oh, no, not him, too.
Yeah. You know, this routine goes on all the time. He's always writing something. He's always hooking people up here on a pretense of friendship.
R.D.
And he's... Oh, wait till you hear this thing. It's probably the vilest.
They all
I
have
can't-
now.
I
The
can't
fellas
wait.
all have
Lou?
their copies. Okay,
Look, all you
excuse
have
me.
to do is be real... All right, here he comes.
But look, folks, I think, Lou, you in particular, I have a wonderful treat for you this morning. Now, I know you're a man who has always got his ears open to hear a good song, right?
I thought you were going to give me something to eat. I haven't had breakfast yet.
Here,
All this
Later,
fun
give him a
about songs.
claret. Look, Trudy, and now listen, don't interrupt. Lou,
I'm not going...
as a matter of fact, you never know where a fine song will stem from. And sometimes I even surprise myself. I have a song that I wanted you to be the first to hear because you're a friend of mine, and I think we could make a little
What a friend.
deal
This guy
out of
wants
it.
to cost me money again.
No.
He doesn't really
Let him
realize.
talk, Lynn.
You're going to make
Yeah.
money, Lou. I have a
Oh.
song that is going to put all of your firms so far in the black they'll never get out.
Oh, this must be. You must be talking about disappearing ink. I believe.
No, this is a great song, Lou, and I wanted you to be the first to hear it because I know you'd hate
Oh,
me if
Jack,
I
if
played
I
it
had
for
to come up
anybody
to
else.
listen to a song, why can't you come over to the office? Why must we do it on the air?
We happen to
Well, he
have
has
the
to make
band
a
here. It's
production,
hard to get the
sure.
boys to the office. Now, look, I've written the thing myself.
And
I
anyway,
want
it's
you
too
to
cheap
listen
to
to it.
record it.
Oh, what's
it's
the
got a-
title of this
A
song?
title, a great title. The name of this song is...
He just finished it this morning.
No
No.
kidding. You
The
know,
name
you know, I
of-
must tell you, a fellow came into a song the other night. It broke me up. He said, he brought me a song. Actually, this was really the funniest title I've ever had. And the guy came out, what's the title? He said, well, the Swiss cheese has the holes, but the Limburger needs the ventilation.
Well, I mean, if you like to deal in that material. Now, listen,
Well,
here's...
if this one
Look,
smells as
just
good,
listen.
it's all right.
Listen to the song. It's called the Don't Mess Around with Love, because you know what happens with the whole gestray
Don't mess
later
around
on.
with love.
And you know the whole business isn't going to end up for
That's
the
an
whole thing
awful
to the
long
benefit
title.
of both of us blues.
In
It-
B flat.
Yeah,
All right.
it's now listen, Lou. This is a treat. R.D., play it.
Guy Lombardo outfit.
Well, I know what it sounded like to you, but it really sounded like...
Yeah, don't
Lou.
you
Oh, I know,
dare.
I know.
We're
Well,
on the air.
Lou, what about it? You want to take the song? I'll give you a first crack at
I'll
it.
tell you what, I'll
Could be
pay you,
novelty.
and you go and bring it over to Mills. They're a bigger firm than we are.
How much will you pay me?
Pay you to stay out of my office?
Well,
Take it
gee,
to Abe Olman. I know him. I think
You,
he might be interested.
I don't know, Lou.
No,
I
actually-
thought you were going to jump at the opportunity.
I was going
get
to
this
jump right out of the studio.
Well, goes to show
And
you.
actually, you're going around stealing melodies of other great songs.
Stealing melodies.
Oh,
this
that
is
was-
all original music, Mr. Levy.
It's about as original as some of your dialogue.
Well, all I can say is when I'm insulted on my own show,
Well, what do you think I get insulted every day with some of the songwriters and some of the things they bring us in?
See?
well, be that as it may, I'll have to have words with Doc Berger about him.
Oh, yes. Speaking of Doc Berger, he gives you a treatment and a song at the same time.
Yeah, it's very good. But why does he make me take the pills every time he brings a record in? This I can't understand. Look, I just want to, before Trudy sings another one of your songs, if we must stick to that caliber material, I just want to tell people about the Flying Irishman. During the past 10 years, the cost of food has doubled, the price of homes and everything else has sharply increased. But the Flying Irishman has cut airline fares in half. Thanks to the Flying Irishman, you can fly to California for only $88 on the exclusive Super Air Coach flights leaving from either Newark Airport or LaGuardia Field. These flights are the last word in speed and comfort. You relax in the new reclining seats, enjoy delicious food, and your safety is protected by million-mile pilots. The Flying Irishman Agency offers Super Air Coach flights to sunny Miami for $39.74, Chicago only $24. Special attention is given to the needs of servicemen and their families. And the Flying Irishman now offers direct flights to Fort Lawton, Washington. The Flying Irishman solves your last-minute trip worries by delivering the tickets to your home or office absolutely free. So call the Flying Irishman at Chickering 43800. That's Chickering 43800. Chickering 43800. The Flying Irishman Ticket Agency has brought you this quarter hour of Lacy on the Loose over the Crosley Broadcasting Corporation, a subsidiary of the Avco Manufacturing Corporation.
That's your number?
No, he never... Look,
You published that song?
I published a song.
How
Now,
do you like
actually,
that? Oh.
I thought... My heavens, he's also pirated a song. He's as bad as you are.
Please, Lou. No, let's not. Now, I'll find out about it a little bit later on. Right now, I just want to remind the ladies to join the millions of smart women who choose National Hose. For National is offering nylon hose for only 69 cents a pair, a box of 3 pairs for only $2. Yes, Super Sheer 15 denier fashion seam all DuPont nylons in the smartest shades and the exciting dark seam for only 69 cents a pair, a box of 3 pairs for only $2. So stock up on nylons at your nearest National shoe store.
Now Barbara was so blasé, she thought love was a bore. She bought new shoes at National, now she wants more and more.
National shoes ring the bell for all smart women who want to dress well.
There was a Broadway actress who tried hard to succeed. She bought new shoes at National, now she's always in the lead.
National shoes ring the bell for all smart women who want to dress well.
Time because we want to talk about your European trip and things. This quarter hour of Lacy on the Loose was brought to you by your National Shoe Stores, one of America's oldest and largest shoe chains, over the Crosley Broadcasting Corporation, a subsidiary of the Avco Manufacturing Corporation.
All right, mister, where's the fire? Oh, I'm awful sorry, officer, but I've got to get to Luxor Motors right away. You see, I've got to sell my car to Jolly Charlie. He pays the highest price in town for all cars. Well, now, what's the big hurry? Luxor Motors stays open from 9 till 9. I know, but I need cash right away.
Well, don't worry. Luxor Motors will give you cash in less than 5 minutes. And Jolly Charlie always wants to buy used cars. Listen.
Luxor Motors export cars, they need a large supply. So if you have a car to sell, let Jolly Charlie buy. See Charlie, be jolly, 'cause he wants to buy your car. See Charlie, by golly, you'll get more cash today.
Drive over and sell your car today to Jolly Charlie at Luxor Motors. Luxor Motors are located at 380 Bruckner Boulevard. That's Bruckner Boulevard at 143rd Street in the Bronx. 143rd Street on Bruckner Boulevard.
And now Lacy on the Loose continues, brought to you in this quarter hour by Ben Tucker's Hudson Bay Fur Company. Ladies, Ben Tucker announces an emergency. He's stocked to the gills. Every fur coat must go in fast. So come in, make your selection, and name your own price. Ask for Ben Tucker. Every customer will be satisfied. He's just come through with a carload of furs from the world's largest manufacturers. Wait till you see these skins. Wait till you see the names, and wait till you see the prices. You won't believe your eyes. Ben Tucker is out to get sales. His shaving of prices is simply unbelievable. So come in now and be convinced. Choose your fur coat, your fur stole, or fur jacket from the cream of the crop. They're all at Ben Tucker's and priced so low, Yes, so very low the savings are terrific. Always ask for Ben Tucker. It's Ben Tucker's Hudson Bay Fur Company at 557. That's 557 Fulton Street and 12 DeKalb Avenue in downtown Brooklyn, open daily from 9 until 9. Well, Lou Levy, from what you've told me so far, in various years when you've published a group of songs, you've usually been pretty much surprised by the one that really showed up and became the hit.
That's right. It seemed to happen all through my career. In fact, in 43, we went to work on a song called All or Nothing at All, but Shoo Shoo Baby actually was the hit. And I just see her digging out a copy of All or Nothing at All. And at that time, it was made by stars like Harry James and Frank Sinatra and Count Basie and Freddie Martin and Jimmy Dorsey. This song didn't happen, but it did happen about 4 or 5 years later.
Well, we still think it's one of the finest songs that you've ever published,
it's
and
beautiful.
we'd like to have Trudy Richards sing it for you now, Lou.
May I?
I certainly like
All
to
right.
hear it.
All or nothing at all. Half a love never appealed to me. If your heart never could yield to me, then I'd rather have nothing at all. All or nothing at all. If it's love, there is no in-between. Why begin, then cry for something that might have been? No, I'd rather have nothing at all. But please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek. Don't smile, I'll be lost beyond recall. The kiss in your eyes, the touch of your hand makes me weak. And my heart may grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, I would be caught in the undertow. So you see, I've got to say no, no, nothing at all. Please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek. Don't smile, I'll be lost beyond recall. The kiss in your eyes, the touch of your hand makes me weak, and my heart may grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, I would be caught in the undertow. So you see, I've got to say no, no, nothing at all.
What woman doesn't need a cloth coat? And here's something to really cheer about. Ben Tucker's new second floor is laden down with lavishly fur-trimmed coats. Thousands of dollars worth of gorgeous coats with stole, tuxedo, yoke, and shawl collars. Deep glistening pelts tailored to perfection in Ben Tucker's own factory. The women take over on Ben Tucker's second floor. Here you don't have to yearn, just learn to say Ben Tucker, for a small deposit takes it home. Yes, ladies, here you can get luxury at total economy. Buy a Ben Tucker fur-trimmed coat at less than it costs most retail stores. Why should you pay more? Prices start at $29 to $129. Remember, ladies, easy budget payments are a byword at Ben Tucker. Always ask for Ben Tucker. Yes, ladies, go to Ben Tucker's Hudson Bay Fur Company at 557. That's 557 Fulton Street and 12 DeKalb Avenue in downtown Brooklyn, open daily from 9 until 9. Well, Lou Levy, I know that you make periodic trips to Europe to pick up songs and things, and you've just come back recently. Have many of your big songs been things that you found in Europe?
Oh, yes. I found a song called My Heart Sings, which was actually a French song, We picked up a song over there called The Gypsy, which was a tremendous hit here. Then along came a song called Now Is the Hour.
That was really tremendous.
That was the biggest song we've ever had. The song went over 1 million copies of music, which is colossal these days.
You found that one in England, didn't you?
That's right. Actually, it came from New Zealand. Then I picked up an Irish song, my first trip to Dublin. And I picked up a song called Galway Bay, which was a big hit.
Beautiful thing.
Then I found another French song, my favorite, and it didn't happen, called Comme Si, Comme Ça.
It was very pretty, too.
Everybody thought it was a hit, but actually it was only a hit with the people around town. But now I just came back and I brought back a great song. I really think it's a great, great song. I believe it's going to be a big hit.
And which one is that,
Called
Lou?
Domino.
What's the story on that?
Well, Domino actually is a French girl's name. Over there, Domino is abbreviated for Dominica. Here, I imagine, I haven't heard very many girls called Dominica. Over there, there's quite a few. And everybody's asked me, and I said, well, it could be an abbreviation for Dominic, meaning domino, sort of a love term of some kind, and then Dominica could be domino here, too. And I'm very, very fond of the song. I had about a half a dozen different boys write lyrics on it, and some boy out in California, Don Ray, who started with me and wrote some of those hot songs we spoke about, like Well, All Right and Scrub Me Mama and Beat Me Daddy. He put the lyric to it. He also wrote I'll Remember April.
Well,
And I believe it's going to be a hit.
I agree with you, Lou, because I've heard some of the records on Domino, and I think it's going to be a very big song. It's going along very quickly. And for the benefit of those of you who haven't heard it, and because it is so new, I'd like to have Trudy Richards do it.
I had another one called Say Si Bone, which was not a hit yet. Everybody sings about it. Although I think this one is going to sell sheet music.
I think this one
Yes.
will.
It's a very interesting song, Jack. Our boys and I ran over it yesterday, and it was
Well, I think
quite a thing.
if we hurry, we can go over the song right now. It's a very
Fine.
lovely sing.
Domino, Domino, you're an angel that heaven has sent me. Domino, Domino, you're a devil designed to torment me. When your heart must know that I love you so. Tell me why do you make me cry, Domino? Just one look in your eyes and I melt with desire. Just one touch of your hands and I burst into fire. And my whole world fills with music when I'm lost in your embrace. But I know that you're fickle and I'm not misled. Each attractive new face that you see turns your head. And it scares me that tomorrow someone else may take my place. Domino, Domino, won't you tell me you'll never desert me? Domino, Domino, if you stay, I don't care how you hurt me. Fate has made you so. You can't change, I know. You can't change, though you try. But then neither can I. Domino, 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 I'll forgive anything that you do. Domino, Domino, nothing matters if I have you.
Ladies, Ben Tucker's buyers have overbought. He needs money, and there's only one way to get it. Sell, sell, sell at any cost. Yes, ladies, you reap the benefits. Every coat must go at a fraction of its original cost. Large orders are still being delivered. His stock is top-heavy. Manufacturers are pouring in fur coats, Persian lambs, minks, muskrats, marmots, sheared raccoon, and dyed lambs. Yes, every known fur in the latest 1952 fashions. Ben Tucker must move these furs regardless of cost. They're going at prices that are crazy. You don't believe us, ladies? Well, then don't wait a minute. See for yourself and always ask for Ben Tucker. He'll show you stocks upon stocks of furs at prices that are really sensational. Get a magnificent Ben Tucker fur coat now. Prices will never be so low again. Always ask for Ben Tucker. It's Ben Tucker's Hudson Bay Fur Company at 557.
Did you say 557?
That's right, 557 Fulton Street and 12 DeKalb Avenue in downtown Brooklyn, open daily from 9 until 9. No connection with any other firm. Well, we're rushed. It's time to go. Lou Levy, thank you very much for coming by.
Well, it's nice being here. The next time I'll be wide awake.
Okay.
And Lou, we're
This is
gonna
Jack
keep
Lacy
plugging
speaking
them.
for all of us. See you tomorrow over the Crosley Broadcasting Corporation, a subsidiary of the Avco Manufacturing Corporation.
And now, the Help! Help! Of our show, Jack Lacy.
Oh, so there you are, late as usual.
I am not late. I just happen to be doing a little work here.
These things
I don't know.
Jack.
I don't know what goes on. This is a very loose show.
Sure is.
Conducted by some pretty loose people, from what I can see.
Oh, I don't know.
We have, tighten up the show. All right. Thank you very much. I have everything tight. As a matter of fact, this is the type of show that makes the entire audience tight. It drives them to drink. We got a citation from Outdoor Life magazine. This show has driven more people outdoors than any other show on radio.
Oh, Jack,
And-
you're so clever this morning.
Nothing.
Here, have some of my coffee.
No, thank you. Now listen.
Listen, what are you doing with all that paper and
I
stuff
just-
around?
I'll
I've been
explain
watching
in a
you for
minute.
an hour. You're writing like mad. What is this? With the notes yet?
Well,
Music.
I'm just finishing up a little manuscript,
Yeah.
and I just want to remind people before we go into the artistic side of the show that we have our, please, something a little loose.
Oh, I have a handkerchief.
Oh, thank you. We have our usual cast of characters, our lovely singer of songs, Trudy Gashray, Richards, and R.D. Wilburn, the Seersucker Serenaders, and we're all going to carry on from now until 10 o'clock. Now, let me see. I just have to write in one more thing. Do, re,
Jack.
mi, fa, so.
I don't get it. R.D.
I'm finishing up a little song, that's all.
Oh, you
It's
wrote a song?
I have written a song,
Mhm.
and I'm just putting the finishing touches on it. I'm going to pass
Is it
out
published?
copies.
I mean,
No.
do you have any nibbles or bids yet?
No,
'Cause I
frankly,
know
but I tell
somebody.
you. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm glad you asked me that, because the reason that I want to get the song done this morning is
Yeah.
that Lou Levy, the president of
Leeds
Leeds
Music.
is coming up, see? He's coming up on the show. I got him up here on the pretext of talking to him about his songs. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
you
everything.
faker.
But really,
I mean, he's going to be angry. Jack, you don't know how to write a song. This guy's published some of the greatest songs that we've ever known. I mean,
exactly.
this is one of the big guys in the publishing business. You
Exactly.
can't do a thing like this.
True. Lou Levy is a giant in the publishing industry. That is why I felt that there was the man for my song. That's the man
You're
who I
gonna
want
get
to
it.
hear it first. I don't want to deal with any small firms like Mills or any of those outfits. I want to go to somebody who can recognize a good song, and I like Lou Levy, and I want to give him the first crack at my song.
Listen, I know this guy casually, but I know him well enough to know that he is pretty discerning about music. You know.
Exactly.
You
That's
can
why
tell.
he's going to love my
I don't know,
song.
Jack. You're going to get it, I'm
All right,
afraid.
he's going to be up here in a little while. Now, look.
By the way, if he takes the song, can I get a cut? I mean, I'd be very happy to do the first record
I'll let
on
you-
Schlock
Hey,
record.
on Schlock label.
Yeah,
Good.
the Schlock label.
I tell you what, maybe I'll let you do the demonstration record.
Oh, well.
All right. Now, look, let's get into the mood, because we're going to play a lot of Lou Levy songs. He's going to tell us stories about the songs.
Buttering
and his
him
trip
up,
to Europe.
huh?
And he isn't even here yet. What?
Well,
Buttering up. He
all
can't
right.
even hear me.
All right.
Understand he listens in the car on the way down. But
Oh,
let's
he
let the
just
band
got married.
open.
We'll ask him about
Yeah,
that.
well,
yeah,
that'll
you
be
know.
nice. And we'll get the band to play one of his songs right now.
Oh.
A lot of people don't realize it, but Lou Levy happens to be the publisher of Khachaturian Saber Dance.
You mean the whole Khachaturian album, the Gyna Suite? Gee, you don't know nothing.
Well, all I know is the Saber Dance, and it was a real popular song. Fellas, play the Saber Dance. He may be coming down the hall, and he'll hear it or something. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Sounds like a typical day on any of New York's highways. Now, listen to a typical conversation.
Say there, Sheriff. Can you tell me where I can find Jolly Charlie of Luxor Motors?
I sure can, Tex. Did you drive all the way from Texas to sell your car to Jolly Charlie?
Shucks, partner. Even down in Texas, everybody knows Jolly Charlie gives the most money for every car he buys.
Luxor Motors export cars, they need a large supply. So if you have a car to sell, let Jolly Charlie buy. See Jolly, be jolly, 'cause he wants to buy your car. See Jolly, by golly, you'll get more cash today.
Drive over and sell your car today to Jolly Charlie at Luxor Motors at 380 Bruckner Boulevard. That's Bruckner Boulevard at 143rd Street in the Bronx. 143rd Street on Bruckner Boulevard.
And now, before Lou Levy gets here, and I think he's coming very shortly, I think we ought to take a look at the weather report.
Sure, because if it's nasty, maybe he won't come.
For New York City and vicinity, here's what the weatherman says.
Well, after a fashion, it's going to be cloudy this morning, but fair later today and tonight. Tomorrow, it will be mostly cloudy with no important change in temperature. Trudy, I don't know whether you've met this gentleman or not yet, but
Well, yes,
I'd like
we
to
have.
have you meet a gentleman who is one of the most respected people in the entire music business, Mr. Lou Levy, the president of Leeds Music. Lou, this is Trudy
Hello,
Richards.
Trudy. I was
Good morning,
respected.
Lou.
Good morning. I was respected until I got up this early in the morning.
Well, believe me, there's nobody else in the music business that will hear you, so you don't have to worry about it. They're
Thank
all
heaven for
asleep.
that.
Well, Lou, aside, just to get the record straight, and I use the word record untechnically, aside from being the president of Leeds Music, I know that you're also the head man of a number of other firms.
Well, we speak about two others, the Duchess Music Company and the Pickwick Music Company.
And you're the boss man of this entire outfit.
I was when I left the office last night. I may have changed, getting up this early in the morning.
I realize that this is a little early for you, or as people in the music business have to spend a lot of time in the later hours of the night seeing the entertainers and things like that.
Well, I left Hugo Winterhaller, one of RCA Victor's recording chiefs, at 3:30 this morning, so if I have no voice, he's to blame, and you are, too.
Do you remember where you left him? That's
I
the
put him in
only
a
thing.
taxi cab.
You
It's
know
the
what?
last I know.
Hugo is probably listening to this right now because he tells me that on the way down from the country, so he lives up in the country.
That's right.
And he listens to the show on the way down on the West Side Highway. Remember that day had to get away from the skater that was coming in?
You think if we
That's
keep
right.
talking,
Sideswiped
you
her.
think we keep talking about him, we may get this thing recorded yet?
Oh, I don't know. Which one are you talking about?
Well,
I've got a new song. I've got thousands of songs.
All
Well,
right.
here's a man that does have thousands of songs. And, Lou, that's what we want to talk about, and we may get you a Winter Hugo Halter record of one of them. You can't tell.
Gee.
Now, look,
Dad.
to go back just a little bit, we kind of want to run through, you might call it a cavalcade of some of the great songs that you've published and the stories behind them. What is the first song that you ever published?
Well, actually, a lot of people want to know how I started in the music business, and I went in with a lot of hot songs. Oh, we published everything that was hot. In fact, we published songs like Woodchopper's Ball and Well All Right and Tain't What You Do. And our first song that we ever published was a song called Undecided, which right now is back on top again. It's strange, but a good song never dies, or a good rhythm song never dies. And here, almost 11 or 12 years later, we started about 11 years ago with Undecided. Here in 1951, it's back again. So, at that time, if you folks possibly remember, we saw records by Benny Goodman and Chick Webb and John Kirby, who was hot at the time, and Fats Waller, may he rest in peace, and Red Norvo. And now the Ames Brothers, actually a commercial vocal group, who incidentally I helped them get started, along with some other girls I handle.
Like, namely, the Andrews sisters.
They asked me for a new rhythm song, and I said, well, here's an old rhythm song that never had a chance. In those days, everybody played it so fast, nobody could understand the lyric. And they made a record with Les Brown, and it's taken off.
Well, Lou, that happens to be one of your big #1 plug songs today.
That's right. Right now it is our #1 plug song, along with another. We'll talk about that later, because I want to get everything in today.
Well, we'll do the best. As a matter of fact, we have a whole bunch of your songs lined up, and we have had Trudy Richards rehearsing since the middle of last July. Your song now, the one that you started with, Undecided.
No,
now
this
you.
is the one we didn't rehearse. You might
Oh,
well
that's
get
the
that
one we did.
straight,
Oh, all
right?
right.
You mean, is that kind of a program you don't rehearse what goes
Well,
on?
we don't have to. These
We
things come
wouldn't
quite
dare.
naturally to us. Here.
You know, I thought a disc jockey's job was an easy one. You know, getting up this early in the morning.
Well, you
know-
see, on this show, I'm not
he's
a
not a
disc
disc
jockey.
jockey here.
There are no records. This,
Oh,
you
that's
see
right.
the-
Somebody did tell
You
me
see
you're...
this group on the stage?
Wait a second. You're talking. You're overlapping.
I'm sorry.
Somebody told me you're the...
You're a ham, Lou. I never realized.
I'm sorry, you're
Oh,
overlapping.
my heavens.
Lou, anything you want to say, just come right out.
Are you
Don't
really
hold
the
back.
poor man's Arthur Godfrey?
No, he is the rich man's Jack Lacy.
That's funny. That's really funny.
All right?
And
just
this is
as...
a quote from a review of
Yes,
our
right.
show.
Now, as a treat for you, you are going to hear your song, Undecided, sung and played as you have never hoped to hear
Believe
before.
me.
Can I take a
The
little
most
nap right
miserable-
now? I must catch up because I know this isn't my voice that's coming out.
Well, if you can sleep while this is going on, good luck to you.
Right.
Here's Trudy Richards to sing Undecided.
First you say you do and then you don't. Then you say you will and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Now you wanna play and then it's no. When you say you'll stay, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? I've been sitting on a fence and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense and you know it. Then you promise to return. When you don't, I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn and I'll show it. If you've got a heart and if you're kind, don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Much sense. You keep me in suspense and you know it. Then you promise to return. When you don't, I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn and I show it. Oh, if you got a heart and if you're kind, don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, what are you gonna do?
And continuing over WINS New York, there's a terrible echo in here. The next quarter hour of our show is brought to you by the National Shoe Stores, one of America's oldest and largest shoe chains.
Now Annie was an artist, doing portraits got her down. She bought new shoes at National, and now she paints the town.
National shoes ring the bell for all smart women who want to dress well.
There was a farmer's daughter who took the mortgage over. She bought new shoes at National, and now she walks in clover.
National shoes ring the bell for all smart women who want to dress well.
Ladies, this handbag from your 99 at National. Well, Lou, I'm not going to pressure you about my song anymore. I'll just take it over to Mills. So be that as it may, I imagine Howie Richmond will flip when he hears this. However,
Sure will.
you've published a lot
Incidentally,
of
great songs never sell. You know, that's a fallacy in our business. You know, we've had a lot of great songs. In fact, I saw Trudy looking at an old copy of mine, a couple of old copies. I published a lot of songs people like today, yet we published them in 1940. Here she was looking at a song called I'll Remember April.
Wasn't that a hit?
No.
I always thought that was a hit.
Everybody does. You know, it's a strange thing. It's a standard today, or as we call it in the business, a standard song is repeated over and over and over again. But I don't think in its whole life we have sold 50,000 copies of the song, which is a loss in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we've sold possibly a million phonograph records. Yet the song goes on and people love it. It's a great torch song. And it never sells. In fact, at one time I told somebody it's a class song.
Yes.
And I figured there must be only 50,000 class homes in America because that's all we've ever sold on the song. We've worked on it, I think, in 1940, again in 42, He worked on it in 1949, I believe, and it still hasn't really broken open for a big pop music hit.
Well, you
Maybe
can never tell. Maybe it will
Jack,
someday.
You know, my theory on that subject is that possibly the version was missing. There may have been some great versions, but maybe the one that would really hit in the big time has not been made
Well,
yet.
look, a year ago, Artie Shaw made a new recording, and I said, now he's going to give it that begin-the-beginning treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And he also missed.
Well, Lou, I have news for you. I want you to listen to something.
Oh, not that song again.
No,
I've
not
got songs
mine,
I haven't published yet, Jack.
All right.
That are better than yours. I'll
Please.
tell you what.
What?
I'll give you a great melody I brought from Europe. I'd rather you put a lyric to it instead of getting some of those old public domain melodies you've been stealing. I'm
Please.
sorry, I didn't say stealing. I said lifting.
That's all original music.
anyway,
and
public
you
domain.
show me your song, and I'll put the lyric to my song to
Oh.
your melody.
What was
and I
that
think we'll
title
have a good-
again?
Please, I made it up as I went along. Don't ask me to repeat it. But, speaking of I'll Remember April, you say it wasn't the right rendition.
Jack,
It wasn't
now
the
don't
right
you
on
dare.
a level. Everybody said this was going to be the hit, so we had to publish songs like Amen and Cow Cow Boogie and 5 by 5
And
to
they
pay
were
off
hits.
the rent. They were hits. Again, it went back to the hot songs. I guess in those days, nobody actually believed that we could put over a ballad.
Well, I think that this rendition this morning, Lou, is going to be the turning point for this song.
It sure will.
It will either skyrocket or go into oblivion completely. I'm not quite
Want to
sure.
take beds?
I'll tell you what, let's not do the song. I'd like it to live for a while.
Well,
He
look.
doesn't understand. I'm going to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Jack was going to sing it. I'm sorry.
No, you mean
Oh.
thing, you.
Oh,
Well,
Trudy,
we
you
can
do
get
it.
the same result. No, this Trudy is going to give you
There.
a great rendition of I'll Remember April.
Well, I'll try.
All right.
Nick Morano.
At the piano.
This lovely day will lengthen into evening. We'll say goodbye to all we've ever known. Alone where we have walked together, I'll remember April and be glad. I'll be content you loved me once in April. Your lips were warm and love and spring won you. But I'm not afraid of autumn and her sorrow, for I'll remember April and you. The fire will dwindle into glowing ashes, for flames and love live such a little while. I won't forget, but I won't be lonely. I'll remember April, and I'll smile.
Oh, maybe that will bring it back. I know we must have sold some music on the song today.
People are already running
Isn't
out
he
to the
sweet?
stores.
Oh, Jack.
No, it's really one of my favorite songs.
I
but,
love it. I really like to do it, you know.
Well, actually, I
Yeah.
think it's the torch song of all girl singers all over the country.
Well, as a matter of fact, I kind of carry the torch for some of the gals myself in the fashion way, and I'd like to pass on this bit of information. Ladies, this fall, with hemlines, the big news in fashion, you want to pay special attention to the shoes you buy. And unless I miss my guess, that's why, after you've seen the prices of shoes all over town, after you've checked style against style, quality against quality, you'll be getting your new shoes at your friendly National shoe store. Because this fall, your money buys more than ever before at National. Yes, ladies, for as little as $4.99, you get shoes that were granted the Good Housekeeping seal. For as little as $4.99, you get shoes made with the same leathers, the same craftsmanship, as shoes selling for dollars more elsewhere. For example, right now, National has exciting shoes made of genuine full-grain polished calf for only $4.99. Yes, genuine full-grain polished calf, the luxurious leather used in fashion footwear, the leather that's ordinarily used in very costly shoes. And National styling and craftsmanship are just as magnificent as the fine leather. You'll see polished calf in the new scalloped silhouettes. You'll see smart calf and suede combinations. And you'll see the heel height you prefer, all for $4.99. And ladies, listen to this. National is featuring stunning shoes with the graceful new Baby Louie heel, priced from only $3.99. That's right, exquisite styles with the new curved Baby Louie heel, priced from only $3.99. What's more, National has pretty pumps and stunning sandals galore in luscious suede and luxurious moire, smart file and lovely braid-on suede, and all the season's sought-after shades. And National has sizes up to 10, widths as narrow as AAA. Yes, this fall, more than ever before, National shoes ring the bell. Because this fall, your money buys more than ever before at National. No wonder millions choose National shoes. How about you? There are over 80 National shoe stores in the metropolitan area alone. There are 3 National shoe stores in New Jersey, in Patterson at 138 Main Street, Passaic 638 Main Avenue, Hackensack 145 Main Street. Others are in Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Long Island, Westchester, and other cities in New Jersey. Or look in the phone book for the address of the one nearest you. Look, Lou Levy, I know that recently you've returned from Europe, and you were over there for various reasons. You picked up some songs, which we want to talk about a little bit later on. But we're going to play one of them, as a matter of fact. But did you really pick up much material in Europe?
Well, I've been over to Europe 5 times, and every time I have gone over, I've brought back a hit song, which had paid for the trip.
Well, Lou, we're going to talk about some of those songs. It sure is. And we're going to talk about Europe a little bit later on. But by a strange coincidence, Lou, we have here with us today a gentleman
Not another
himself,
songwriter.
No, this is a gentleman who has just come over from Europe, from Germany, as a matter of fact. He is a German song plugger. And yes,
me, please.
this is Tommy von Lucas.
And Jack, I bring with me to my own band leader, too.
Oh, you did?
But I pick him up in Berlin, you know.
Oh, you did?
Sure, we just finished the concert with the Huppenstreik and Tobin. You see?
Oh, you did? That's right.
Yeah, and we take 2 days off and fly down here. We show you something now, you know.
You want to plug the song?
Oh, by golly, we plug it good.
Wait a second. I don't know if he can plug a song, Jack.
Why? Well, who's this people there?
This is Mr. von Lucas, Herr von Lucas.
Warum that spielen mit me there? I don't talk to that man. What is
he is,
there?
let me explain. This is a very big American publisher. He's 8 feet
that's
tall.
right, eh?
His name
What
is
you
Lou
do?
Levy, Mr. von Lucas.
Oh, hello, Mr. Levy. What you doing here?
I
Yeah.
want to ask you something. You know, before you can plug songs on any American radio station, you must be a member of the Song Pluggers Union.
Member? I'm the president in the union there. Yeah, I'm the boss.
Actually, you'll have to see the alien custodian because
Who's
Germany
that?
is still...
Who's Elling?
No, you're not going to
That's
get
another
anywhere
song
with
I
this,
got.
Lou.
That too, Elling.
No.
This man has no right to plug a song.
Look.
He's not a member of our
Okay,
union.
but then we leave out the plug. It's okay.
We'll
Let's
show a
really do
little
without the
courtesy here,
Yeah.
and you
Come
may
on,
be
Lou.
able to get the American rights for this thing,
That's a
Lou. I'm
tough
doing
man
this
to get
for
along
you.
on that.
I'm
huh?
interested.
Yeah.
Cheese and
I
crackers.
can't figure it out.
All
By
right,
golly, I
break
think
it
I'm
up.
angry.
That's what I think.
Now, look.
Go ahead.
Give him a
I'll
clap.
rest.
You listen. All right, now, Herr von Lucas, you and your band leader, go and just do the number and plug the song the way it should be
Und
done.
my director, proceed to the
You're showing me
bandstand.
everything about this song.
Yeah, each man at the
Accent
band.
is that?
Excuse me.
What an accent.
Oh, brother. Now, this should be very good. Now, Lou, I want you to listen, because this is a real good plug now.
Oh, no, we've
All
had a
right,
lot of big
Herr
songs.
von Lucas, go ahead.
Go on, look. Show me. You show me now. You tell me everything about the song, the tempo, the way each man in the band, and tell him about this, how to do it. Huh? Okay.
I told you what to do. You got the music there and start it now with the tempo there, you know.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you beat off, Mr. Lou.
Repeat it. Yeah, now, Bill, you come here because you're the first man, but you show the other boys what they're going to do. First, you sing it, clean up the long nice, you know, and sing it, and then play it.
All right, here we go. I am a fine musician, I practice every day. And people come from miles around just to hear me play. My trumpet, they love to hear my trumpet.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, listen, that music, that's very nice.
Professor, kommen Sie von Berlin?
Well, how are you? What are you doing
this is
there?
my Deutsch
You will
professor.
start to learning what you're playing there?
Yeah.
Okay, then clean out the pumps there and sing and nice in the first line and then play that on the music, you know. Go ahead.
I am a fine musician and I get lots of pay.
You do that good,
People
you know.
throw me pennies every time I play. My bazooka,
the bazooka.
I love to hear my bazooka.
That's nice. Well, listen, that's beautiful music what they make it there. Yeah, now come here, boy. Well, this is a young one now I got right there. Now you sing it nice like the other man, you know, keep your tongue nice, make the tone nice and round, you know. And then Paikali plays on the instrument too, you know. Go ahead, boy.
I am a fine musician, my music is so gay. And everybody dances when they hear me play. My trombone, they love to hear my trombone.
Oh, listen, that music, isn't that delightful? Well, who's this man that's what they got there? With the lip. Here comes the man with the lip. Now listen, boy. Keep your throat up and keep the chin out and sing it nice like a big man. You know, sing it. And then play that too, you know, like the other boys. Go ahead.
I am a fine musician, that's what
Oh,
the
that
people
man, he's
say.
got a big tone, boy.
All the children follow
Yeah.
me when they hear me play.
Oh, it's
My
nice.
clarinet, they love to hear my clarinet.
Now, everybody together sing it like a unison, you know, like a big orchestra. Go ahead, sing it, boys.
We all are fine musicians, we practice every day.
Uh-huh, that's right.
If you'd like to play with us, we'll show you
Yes,
the
I play
way.
with you, I
Come
play
join
with you.
us,
Uh-huh, yes.
Take a part and join us.
Listen, that's beautiful music. Oh, just a minute there. What you doing with that piano? No piano in the German band. Please, no piano, please. That's too bad. That was a good boy.
Wait a second, Jack. Get a hold
What,
of that
Lou?
Von Lucas. That's my song.